All right, we're doing our weekly focus meeting here with Jimmy. And he has paper and pen, so he's going to write down all the stuff, and I'm going to document it here on the computer. So we want to print out and see every single drain at Valencia. So yesterday I noticed a significant leak in apartment 106. And I don't believe anyone had known about this, and this was just going on for a long time. So we want to confirm every single drain. We have view of them. Do you want to tell me where you are with that? How many of 152 drains do you know of?
There's less than that. When you say print out every single drain, a picture of every single drain?
Just, I need to be 100% certain that there is not any leak in 152 units. So how close are we to that goal?
1, 2, 3. I'm seeing all of them. There's like 1.
All right, I'm going to ask the question very simply. Do you believe that you have access to every single drain at Valencia? Yes or no?
No.
Perfect. Do you know what apartments you do not have access to their drain?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Perfect. Would you be able to give me a conclusive list of every single unit we do not have access to the drain?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's leave it right there. So we need a conclusive list of every single drain we do not have access to. We need that. And do you see that device right there? On the floor? It's a panel box of some sort. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that is?
Nope.
Perfect. That there is a device that reads every single water meter in this place. And then it transmits the information of those water meters to a computer. The computer that it transmits to, we no longer pay that company. But we want that information sent to us. How do we do this? This is the question. Want to write all that down? I only want you to understand the question. I'm not looking for an answer.
How to read all water meters. So
from that panel box. So you call every number on that panel box and you write down every model number of that panel box and you open it up and you just everything about that panel box you now will learn.
So what's in it?
In order to determine that, we would move everything all around it away. But I think the easiest thing is just call the phone numbers on it. You see on the front this phone number? Can you take a picture of that for me so I can see what that is?
International is?
All this stuff. We're going to learn what all this stuff is. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. So if you don't mind calling and finding out what that is, how it works, what software we need to read it, how we tell it to upload to our computers, but all the meters that thing needs to work is already installed here at Valencia. So we want to know how much water is getting used. And the other thing that's critically important to do would be to get the water meter reading at the street daily. So we need to call that company that makes that meter, and we need to say what reader device is needed to read that. And can we just go on an internet site and have that reading every day? And that may require a call to the city, or that may require a call to those things. All right, so is there any water question marks that you have in your head?
Pool count.
What's that?
Does the pool count as the water department?
Well, I mean, in one sense, I don't know why it wouldn't. It is water.
Yeah, I know.
But if you're overwhelmed with everything that you're tending to, then I'll try to give it to someone else.
Well, I'm just asking because I didn't know if it was just water from the city or if it's water just in general.
Well, if you're in the water department, you should understand the water 1,000%. And in order to understand it 1,000% at Valencia, that means anything water you got to have complete knowledge of. So what's the confusing thing with you in the pool? What's the question mark with the pool? Why bring it up?
Because I didn't know if it was part of it.
Oh, you're determining scope of responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, the pool's significantly failing. Hasn't been open now for a year. So if you think you could help with that catastrophe, it needs help.
Did Kaylin give you a piece of paper on the pool?
I don't know anything about a pool's paper. And what does this paper do?
It says that there's a leak in the pool.
Perfect.
So is that my responsibility?
Man, I think the other stuff I have, instead of you asking for more, why don't you get those things done? The pool is already a disaster for a year. So I don't really, unless you have a magic wand with a lot of experience with the pool, why don't you just stick with what you've been successful on, which is at this point, you've gotten our water bill under $30,000 for multiple months. The lowest month being 19,000 something. We have all these things that I'm speaking of, which is going to help us get, a finger tight pulse on the water and how to keep that bill down. Why don't you just go at the jugular of this water thing and get that stuff working by the end of the week? And we're going to be like solid.
Mm-hmm.
Stick with that.
Okay. So these are my water responsibilities.
Yeah, I would say complete those. And then you know that you're doing a good manager's responsibility.